Hello everyone, welcome to News Mongolia on MNB World. It's Tuesday, October 18th. I'm G.Zandanshatar. And for our top stories, Ulaanbaatar International Film Festival is being held from October 17th to 23rd. Mongolian engineers have created a diving robot. Speaker G.Zandanshatar's official visit to the Republic of Turkey concludes. For other news, stay tuned. The 14th edition of Ulaanbaatar International Film Festival is presented by the Arts Council of Mongolia in partnership with the City Mayor's Office, City Arts and Culture Department, Mongolian National Film Council and New Media Pictures, with the support of the Embassy of the French Republic and the Embassy of the Republic of Korea. The festival will take place in Ulaanbaatar between October 17th to 23rd at the Tengiz Movie Theater.
Ulaanbaatar International Film Festival, which has been a remarkable contribution to the development of the Mongolian film industry, will be held in Ulaanbaatar city on October 17th through 23rd. UBIFF aims to develop the art of cinema in Mongolia, to expand the international cooperation of filmmakers, and to bring films that have been selected to prestigious world festivals to the Mongolian audience, and will take place in Ulaanbaatar between October 17th through 23rd. UBIFF is about to present 17 feature films from 14 countries, including focus countries South Korea, France, Portugal, Belgium, Turkey, Sweden, Spain, Iceland, Poland, Romania, Switzerland, Germany, UK, Denmark, the Netherlands, Czech Republic and Mongolia, made between 2021-2022, that had been selected and awarded at the Cannes, Berlin, Venice and other A-list festivals.
So it's not my first time. I'm very happy that it's my 5th year in Ulaanbaatar and 4th year as an artistic director. And together this year, together with Thibaut Braque, my colleague also in France, we created a program of 12 movies, international movies from all over the world. So we paid attention to the big movies from a big film festival, Cannes, Venice, Berlin, Toronto, Locarno. So you will see the Palme d'Or, the Golden Palm this year, Triangle of Sadness, for example. This one is in the program, but there's also the Golden Bear from Berlin, which is Alcaraz. But there are also big filmmakers, filmmakers that have already done a lot of movies, like Hong Sang-soo, Christian Mungiu, Jerzy Skolimowski. But we also put inside new time directors, such as Carmen Jacquier, Foudre, which is a first-time Swiss director who is a very impressive career to come. So we did a mix between the big awards, the big directors, and newcomers. Yes, there's a big development. Since now, for the first year I'm here, there's the new film council. So that's already very important for the film industry. That is every country has one. So I think this is a huge improvement. And we can also see a lot of young filmmakers inside different film festivals with short films or with long films. But a lot of them are also in labs, in works in progress. So I think for 5 or 6 years, a lot of the industry, film industry in Ulaanbaatar and in Mongolia is really going on.
The festival is presenting its traditional section, Hangat Mongolian Film Competition, which will award Best Film, Best Director, Best Screenplay and Best Producer of UBIFF. The winning films will be included in the official Mongolian film program and reach the audience. Along with the screenings, UBIFF is going to organize International Film Forum to strengthen the filmmakers' skills and to increase collaboration of the region and training to develop capacity of assistant directors in Tengiz Cinema on October 20th through 22nd. The forum and training will be open to filmmakers, cinephiles and public.
In Mongolia, there is a need to support technical and technological personnel with a unified policy. The University of Science and Technology has an average of 300 graduates annually. However, despite the fact that the majority of qualified personnel are working abroad, some Mongolian engineers are introducing new technologies domestically.
The diving robot that you see was made about 1 year ago by teachers and students of the School of Mechanical Engineering of the University of Science and Technology. For example, this robot is useful for detecting objects deep down in a lake. Furthermore, a technological solution was found to replace this type of import. When there is a need to clean the lake and to retrieve sunken machinery in Hufsul Lake, for example, it is possible to find solutions on how to retrieve the sunken equipment by studying the shape and condition of the sunken item with the help of the diving robot. If this robot is mass-produced, it can be easier and more productive to clean the lake in a relatively short period of time. Mongolian engineers continue to introduce new technologies domestically. Specifically, truck shock absorbers have been updated with new technology. It was also mentioned that there is a need to increase the number of professional personnel in machine production technology. There are many job opportunities to employ our graduates in foreign countries, but if there is an opportunity for engineers who could work in their home country, the number of engineers would be higher. If graduates who've graduated from high school are interested in this direction, the right workplace and the environment are ready. These days we are celebrating the 60th anniversary of the School of Mechanical Transport at the University of Science and Technology. About 10,000 engineers graduated from our school during those 60 years. It has been a long time since Mongolia trained domestic personnel in the field of technology. This year marks the 60th anniversary of the School of Mechanical Engineering. On the occasion of the anniversary, an exhibition of domestically produced technical equipment that replaced imports was on display to the public.
You're watching News Mongolia on MNB World. Now let's take a look at current affairs in Mongolia.
Speaker G.Zandanshatar's official visit to the Republic of Turkey by invitation of Speaker of the Turkish Grand National Assembly Mustafa Shentop concluded on October 17th. The parliamentary speakers of the two countries held official talks agreeing to bring Mongolia-Turkey relations to the strategic partnership level. Speaker Shentop expressed satisfaction with the development of relations and cooperation between the two countries, despite slowing down due to the COVID-19 pandemic, noting that they have intensified and high-level visits are being organized. Expressing his commitment to further expanding interparliamentary cooperation, Speaker Shentop invited Speaker Zandanshatar to take part in the 11th Conference of the Parliamentary Assembly of Turkic-speaking states in April 2023. Zandanshatar also expressed his satisfaction with the development of Mongolia-Turkey relations and cooperation and emphasized his commitment to bringing Mongolia-Turkey relations to the strategic partnership level. The speaker also expressed his support for Speaker Shentop's proposal to increase the frequency of direct flights between Turkey and Mongolia and end passenger limits.
Now let's take a look at currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. Now let's take a look at international news from our partner agencies. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz visited the Bergen military training area in Lower Saxony on Monday and attended a combat exercise. The exercise is part of a training course for leaders in the German military. Scholz once again stressed to the soldiers the importance of Germany's mission in NATO.
The weapon systems that Germany has already supplied to Ukraine, such as self-propelled howitzers 2000, were in action alongside Eurofighters and combat helicopters.
The defense of our alliance territory is done with the 200 billion euros we have allocated for the Bundeswehr. This is a special fund that is supposed to enable us to organize a change of drive. We want to equip the Bundeswehr that it gets the weapons and the ammunition and the instruments it needs to carry out its missions. We don't want to stop there, but to equip the Bundeswehr permanently with what it needs for its task. To do that, we need to spend 2% of our economic output on financing the Bundeswehr. Implementing this drive wisely now, making sure that we acquire the right weapons, that we make the right decisions as far as command and control information systems are concerned, that is the task that now lies ahead of us. We've gotten a sense of how big and how hard this task is to plan and prepare for all of this. But after all, it's supposed to be the right path we take for a long time.
genau der richtige Pfad sein, den wir einschlagen.
With the term change of direction, Scholz alluded to his statement of a change of times that he had used in his government declaration after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The German government approved a special fund of around 200 billion euros to modernize and better equip the Bundeswehr. He didn't comment on the delivery of new weapons to Ukraine.
A Vietnamese motor startup is staking its bid to become a world player in the manufacturing of electric cars. VinFast launched 5 years ago and went into production just 3 years ago. Now it's announced to the Paris Motor Show that it's already built 150,000 electric vehicles, supplying countries across Europe and the US.
It may not have the instant name recognition of a Tesla, but with its new VF5, VF6 and VF7 models, this Vietnamese car company is aiming to take on the giants. The company claims it has been among the first to ditch the internal combustion engine for fully electric vehicles. Its largest car, the VF9, retails for $76,000 with the battery, and the company says it has a range 369 miles. As yet, there are no details of what the new cars in the range are capable of, either with speed or range. Deputy CEO and VinFast Europe Jean-Christophe Mercier says the new models fit into a family of accessible electric cars which will drive forward the EV market.
VinFast is committed to a sustainable future for everyone. In total, VinFast has now produced over 150,000 electrified vehicles as part of a complete electrified mobility ecosystem.
The cars have been designed by Italian design houses and have applications that direct owners to the nearest charging stations. A lack of EV infrastructure is seen as a drawback to developing the market. Mercier announced plans for 300,000 charge points across Europe.
Customers need the confidence and convenience of a strong charging ecosystem. VinFast is rolling out a number of charging initiatives in Europe to give customers the best, most straightforward charging experience wherever they are. On the move, VinFast app provides a fully integrated charging solution. It will enable the user to find the most convenient public charge point, navigate to it and pay, all from within the app or via the car's touchscreen.
VinFast is planning rapid growth, and at the show today it won the prize for Rising Star. But whether this relatively new company is going to outperform the multinational giants remains to be seen. Mondial de l'Auto, or Paris Motor Show, opened to media on Monday 17th of October and will run until 23rd of October at Paris Expo Porte de Versailles Convention Center.
Now let's take a look at our regular feature on sports. Real Madrid and France forward Karim Benzema has won the Ballon d'Or, awarded to the best footballer of the year for the first time.
De suspense.
Karim Benzema scored 44 goals in 46 games as he helped Real win the Champions League and La Liga in 2021-2022.
Non. De voir ça devant moi.
What I have in front of me makes me proud. It makes me think of when I was a little kid. All the work I did and I never gave up. This is a childhood dream to all kids. I grew up with this goal in mind and I had the motivation to do it because I had two role models in my life, Zizou and Ronaldo.
Zizou.
Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo had won the award on 12 of the previous 13 occasions. Bayern Munich's Sadio Mane, who was at Liverpool in 2021 through 2022, was second ahead of the Manchester City's Kevin De Bruyne. Barcelona's Alexia Putellas retained the women's Ballon d'Or, awarded to the best female football player of 2022.
34 goals.
Last July 5th, I broke my knee. I never thought this award will be possible because I thought it will count the most recent tournament, the Euro 2022. I know there are few England players, so congratulations to them. I want to give my deepest congratulations to the British FA for the Euro 2022 and the impact it had in the women's football in their country. They are an example of how they are doing things.
Fútbol femenino en su país, sin duda.
England Euro 2022 winner and Arsenal forward Beth Mead was second. Premier League champions Manchester City, who had 6 nominees at the ceremony, were awarded Club of the Year ahead of Liverpool. The Ballon d'Or is awarded to the best football player of the year based on performance over the 2021-2022 season. Monday's ceremony in Paris saw French F1 driver Esteban Ocon arrive at the Théâtre du Châtelet with the Ballon d'Or trophy in a racing car. Benzema is the first Frenchman to win the prestigious award since Zinedine Zidane in 1998. Benzema was the overwhelming favorite to win this year's award. His 44 goals included a hat-trick in 17 second-half minutes against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League and another away to Chelsea in the quarter-final first leg. He also scored 3 more goals over 2 legs of the semi-finals against Manchester City. The 34-year-old, who has been at Real Madrid since 2009, is expected to play a key role for France at the World Cup in Qatar, which starts on November 20th. The Ballon d'Or is voted for by 100 journalists from around the world.
Indian teenager Donnarumma Gukesh has become the youngest player ever to defeat Magnus Carlsen since the Norwegian became world champion almost a decade ago.
Aged 16 years, 4 months and 20 days old, Gukesh broke the previous record held by his compatriot Romeshabo Pragnanda, who defeated the world champion in February when he was 16 years, 6 months and 10 days old. Obviously, beating Magnus is always special, but I was not really very proud of that game, Gukesh said in a press release after beating Carlsen at the Aim Chess Rapid on Sunday. Carlsen had seemed in control 2 pawns up after the opening until he made a key mistake on his 25th move that endangered his queen. I was really disappointed because I had seen an easy way to win, but I thought I had seen something even easier, but I hadn't seen this threat of trapping the queen in the middle of the board, Carlsen said according to the chess24.com. As he realized the double threat to his king and queen, Carlsen spent almost 7 minutes pondering his options on his next move, visibly frustrated with himself. He continued to play, spinning on his chair and shaking his head, but could not undo the damage and resigned shortly afterwards. It was Carlsen's second defeat in 2 days to one of the India's teenage grandmasters at the Aim Chess Rapid after he lost to 19-year-old Arjun Erikaise. On the tournament's first day, the Norwegian star almost suffered another defeat to another 16-year-old from India, Aditya Mittal, but survived the 2 most dangerous moments to scrape a draw. Carlsen, who began the tournament chasing his 5th win on the Meltwater Tour Champions Chess Tour this year, also suffered a shock defeat to 18-year-old Shakhyar Mamedov of Azerbaijan.
Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for the world's major cities. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you on Wednesday with more news and updates. Goodbye.